with Station 19 coming to an end,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we want to use this platform to allow other cast members to eventually come in and share their experiences and celebrate the show essentially, because it's been a great run. We're doing over 100 episodes, 7 seasons, and I know we've had a bunch of like favorite memories, funny memories, but what to you? It's hard. I know it's hard to pick, but is there a memory that stands out that's your favorite, or a funny, like one of the funny?
Oh God.
I know it's hard to choose, but
I feel like we've gone through. Oh, no, I'm gonna get emotional.
I know. Oh, I know.
No, but I think that we've gone through like 7 lifetimes on this show. Like
know.
it literally feels like every year we've been like, is it gonna happen again? Are
Yeah,
we doing this again?
yeah.
Because we've just had so much change, and I think that like
6 years, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
yeah. When year did we start
Seven
this?
to 2017.
Yeah, my God. I mean, that makes sense. 7
6, 7
seasons.
years.
We
Yeah.
end up in around 7 years. And I
Mhm.
think that like my favorite, I have a couple. I feel like season 1 is so far in the background. It's
Mhm.
hard to remember even like what it
Yeah,
felt like to be
yeah.
there. I mean, professionally, like when we were talking about this the other day, like my favorite scene I've ever shot on this show.
Don't say anything. Let me guess. The one with you and Jay outside fighting, and then he grabs the stick. And is that one of them?
It's one of my favorite
Okay,
scenes
okay,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
I mean, that felt like a mini play that we got to do on the side of the street and just
yeah.
let it blow. Like it was amazing. No, it was on top of the fire truck after Ripley died. Like
Yes.
that scene was, I felt so connected to everybody in the cast in that moment. And I mean, fairly, it was in support of my character. So
Right.
I got to sort of sit there and receive the love from
Mhm,
everybody.
mhm.
But we shot that scene probably for like 3 or 4 hours. It took forever.
Forever.
And I cried every single take. It was totally silent, but I literally couldn't stop myself because everyone was touching each other. Like it was a moment where everybody
Yeah.
connected physically with the other actors. And it was we like found it by ourselves. Like we had the opportunity to we weren't scripted in. We knew the order we were supposed to be in, and we knew what our relationship was to each other and the circumstances. And then during rehearsal, we just sort of figured it out. And that felt like a moment that everybody was really committed, even though it took forever and it was exhausting, but everyone was very committed to what that moment was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it such a magical moment for the show and also obviously for me personally.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I got this job, I didn't live in LA. I had never been a series regular on a show. I just finished what was basically the end of my roadmap. Like my only goal from like my early teens was to like star in a Broadway musical.
And you did.
And I did, which was amazing, in Groundhog Day. And 2 weeks later, I booked Station 19 after we closed Groundhog Day. But at that point, when Groundhog Day finished, I was like, I had no roadmap. I had no goals beyond do that. I had been driving towards this one thing for certainly my whole adult life, but also just like at that point, but also for like most of my childhood. And so coming into this situation, it was just a bunch of firsts for me. And also I came to LA without a support system. I mean, I had my boyfriend, thank God, at the time, but like I didn't have any friends who lived here. I didn't have a place to live. I had this job and the people I met. And so
Wow.
Which then became your family.
it became my family and my friends. And so like saying goodbye to this has a lot of like carries a lot of weight
Yeah.
for me. I've never lived in LA without Station 19 as a part of my life. It became so much of who I was and took up so much space socially and professionally. And yeah, so that's like I feel like for a long time it's felt like there was so much to lose.
Mm.
And for the first time, I think after the holiday, I'm glad we're having this conversation after a break.
Yeah.
Because I was really stuck, I think, in the sentimentality of this happening.
Yeah.
For the first couple weeks, and like really kind of wrangling with my reality shifting so intensely, so quickly. Because when they told us, like me and Carlos had to go and shoot a scene.
Yeah.
Like immediately afterwards. Like they told us during the lunch break, we talked to the crew and then everyone else left. And like I left like all of you guys standing in the parking lot by the trailers, like talking.
Yeah.
And me and Carlos had to go get into hair and makeup and go to work. And it was like, I was not functioning very well. And then it took a couple weeks for the whole thing to sink in. But now I think the holiday, the opportunity to like think a lot about what this has meant to me, both personally and professionally, has given me an opportunity to be excited about the future, to be excited about getting the opportunity to finish this story, because you never know. I mean, if this show had gone on for 15 years, would I still be here? Would I want to still be here? Would I have been ready to professionally take on new challenges? You know, obviously shooting Station 19 takes up a lot of our year. It's an amazing place to be. I am totally supported by friends and now family there. But I also am so excited about the opportunity to finish this story, to do it justice, and also to move on and to see where everybody ends up.